Some doors should never be opened, but curiosity doesn't listen. Welcome to the Montauk Project, a descent into the cracks of reality, where conspiracy becomes shadow, and shadow becomes truth. You've heard of the famous ones: moon landings, the Illuminati, the assassination plots. But those are the stories everyone knows. Here, we deal with things that you weren't meant to hear. The strange, the hidden, the forgotten. 15 whispers pulled from the void. 15 paradoxes that wait to be opened. The dead internet theory. They say the internet you're using right now is already dead. According to this theory, sometime around 2016 or 2017, the internet as we know was quietly replaced. Not shut down, but replaced. What looks like a thriving digital world is nothing but a husk filled with bots, AI, and endless auto-generated content. Look around. How many times have you seen the same comment copied across different videos? How many posts feel strangely hollow? The theory goes deeper. That human interaction online has been deliberately replaced to pacify us, to funnel us into controlled digital spaces. So, if most of what you read is written by machines, how do you know you aren't the real last human left online? Project Bluebeam. In 1994, journalist Sergei Monast revealed something terrifying. A supposed NASA plan to fake a global event that would shatter our beliefs. Project Bluebeam. The conspiracy claims that they would use advanced holographic technology to project religious figures or alien invasions into the sky. Imagine millions looking up and seeing Christ, Buddha, or fleets of UFOs descending. The goal? To break apart religion, unite humanity under a one world government, and establish absolute control. Some even believe strange sky phenomena today are early tests of this system. When the sky itself can't be trusted, where do you look for truth? The hum. Across the world, from Mexico to England to tiny towns in Australia, people report the same thing: a low, droning hum. It never stops. It follows them indoors, outdoors, even underground. Only a small percentage of people can hear it. Scientists say it could be tinnitus, industrial noise, or a geological phenomena. But others believe it's something else. Secret military equipment, a form of crowd control, or maybe a frequency not meant for human ears. The worst part, some who hear it eventually take their own lives just to silence the sound. Time-travelling celebrities. Some faces never age. Paintings from centuries ago show men and women who look eerily like Nicolas Cage, Keanu Reeves, and even Jay-Z. Are they coincidences, or proof that time travel is real, and certain people have access to it? The theory suggests these individuals are either immortals, or travellers moving through time, leaving traces of themselves behind. And if they can move through history so freely, who else might be hiding among us? Shadow people and sleep experiments. In the corner of your room, just before sleep, you see them. Dark figures, watching, waiting. Most dismiss them as hallucinations or sleep paralysis demons. But others claim these shadow people are the result of the Cold War era experiments. That governments, trying to weaponize sleep deprivation, ripped open something unnatural, a window between dimensions, and now the shadows slip through. They say the more you notice them, the stronger they become. So, how many times have you already been watched? The Mandela Effect. You swear you remember it differently. Berenstain or Berenstein Bears. Looney Tunes or Looney Tunes. Nelson Mandela dying in prison, years before he actually did. The Mandela Effect. Scientists chalk it up to false memory, but some theorists argue otherwise, that these discrepancies are evidence of multiple timelines bleeding into one another. Every false memory could be a scar left behind from a universe we're no longer in. The Montauk Project. Long before Stranger Things, rumours swirled around Montauk in New York. Camp Hero Air Force Station, supposedly shut down, was said to house secret experiments. Children were allegedly abducted, used in psychological torture, mind control studies, and even time travel experiments. Survivors, if you believe them, spoke of portals opening, of monsters pulled from thought into reality. The government insists it never happened, but some claim that the Montauk Project was simply buried and renamed. The moon isn't real. Not just a fake landing, a fake moon. Some people believe Earth's closest companion is not a natural body at all, but rather a hollow artificial satellite. The Apollo mission placed some equipment on the moon that recorded moonquakes that made it ring like a bell, suggesting it might be hollow. Ancient cultures spoke of a time before the moon existed. If the moon is artificial, then who put it there? And what are they watching for? The Black Knight satellite. For over 60 years, strange signals have been detected from space. Amateur astronomers claim they come from an object in orbit, and not one launched by any country. Some say it's been circling Earth for thousands of years, watching, waiting. NASA dismisses it as space junk, yet photos leak showing a massive dark object tumbling in the void. If it's not ours, then who left it there? Denver Airport's secret base. Denver International Airport, known for its bizarre murals, children in gas masks, soldiers with swords, and visions of the apocalypse. Its runways, from the sky, form a perfect swastika. Beneath the airport, endless tunnels, unexplained and unused. The theory claims that Denver is more than an airport. It's a bunker for the global elite, a safe haven when catastrophe strikes. So next time you fly through Denver, ask yourself, why does an airport need so many secrets underground? Number stations. Turn your radio dial just right and you'll hear them. Strange broadcasts on shortwave frequency. A voice, sometimes robotic, sometimes childlike, repeating endless strings of numbers. During the Cold War, these were assumed to be coded messages for spies. But many stations are still active long after the Cold War ended. Some say they're military, others think there's something darker. Voices meant not for humans, but for something else. Simulation glitches. You see it every day. Faces in crowds that looks copy and pasted. People frozen mid-step. Cars vanishing in plain sight. Simulation theory says that we're living in a computer program. That deja vu, coincidences, and impossible odds are just glitches in the code, and that those who notice are getting too close to the truth. If reality is nothing but a simulation, what happens when the game crashes? The Philadelphia Experiment. In 1943, the Navy allegedly attempted something impossible, making the USS Eldridge invisible. Witnesses claimed the ship vanished. When it returned, crew members were fused into the metal. Some never came back at all. The Navy denies it ever happened, but survivors whispered of teleportation, time travel, and a ship that was never meant to return. The smiley face murders. Since the 1900s, clusters of young men have gone missing in the US cities, only to be found drowned in rivers. Now the strange part, in many cases, police found graffiti nearby. A simple, smiley face. Law enforcement dismisses it as a coincidence, but private investigators believe it points to an organised network of killers working across states. The smiley face may be more than a symbol. It could be their signature. Missing 411. In America's national parks, people vanish. Hunters, hikers, children. No tracks, no scent for dogs to follow. Sometimes bodies are found miles away, in places impossible to reach. Sometimes clothing is neatly folded, other times nothing is found at all. Official reports don't add up, and yet these cases continue. If something is hunting in our parks, it's very good at hiding. These are not just stories, they're shadows, fragments of something bigger. 15 conspiracies, 15 paradoxes, each one a doorway waiting to be opened. Which one should we open first? Tell me in the dark corners of the comments, because the Paradox Project is only beginning.